Hello developers, welcome to my series of data structure and algorithms, and today we will be focusing on moving all the zeros at the end of the array. Let me start the presentation. So suppose we have given a array like this 8, 5, 0, 10, 0, 20, and we have to move all the zeros at the end. So the purpose of this series is uh, we will try to build a concept by understanding how the numbers are actually working, and then we will debug the code whatever we have written, so that we can understand each and every line whatever we have written. So let's, if I give you these as a number in mathematics, then I what would be your approach? Your approach would be, you will say uh, you will say 8, whatever is there, it will remain the same. So 8 will come to the same bucket. Whatever is there at 5, it will come at the same place. This 0 as well, if we till here 0 is at the fine place, correct? 0 is not causing us any problem as till here. But as soon as we move to 10, what we will what actually we have to do is, we have to remove the 0 and put 10 over here, correct? So basically whenever a 0 come, if our loop will till here, means if a 0 is at the end, then it is fine because we have to move all the zeros till the end. But as soon as 10 comes, we have to swap the values. So basically we have to put our 10 here, not the 0. Okay, now let's move forward and understand what it comes 0. So when 0 comes, if the array is still moving forward, then we will not keep it, otherwise we will put it. So we will not put our 0. Just now we saw, if the array is moving forward, then we will put that number instead of the 0. So in this case, we will not put the 0 and we will move forward with this index. So the 20 will come and we will put the 20. So let's understand this once again. Let me say that this is my indexes of the array, and this is my bucket. We will call it bucket index. So basically what we are doing, we are actually uh, keeping track of the non-zeroth position. If you understand this, uh, basically 8, we are fine with 8, we are fine with 5 as well. But since 0 is coming in between, so we are not fine with this. So whatever the number will come, we have to put it at this bucket. So this will be our uh, bucket index, would be the index of our non-zero digit. When now 10 will, my this index will increase, so this will become 3. So this is 10. Since this is not 0, we will put it in the bucket. And once we put it in the bucket, we will say, okay, my bucket index is moved here. So as of now, nothing is here. My bucket index is increased by 1, and my array index is increased by 1. So now at index 4, this is 0. Since it is 0, we will, and it is not the last number, so we will not put it in the bucket. We will again increase it. So when 0 is there, we are not doing anything, but uh, uh, and we just move our loop forward. So now my index of the array would be 5. At position 5, we have 20. So we will put this 20 at my bucket 20. So here the 10 will come, here the 20. Uh, I guess this is clear. If you want, I can take one more very small example, like 230047008. So let's understand once again here. Uh, if you understood, you can directly skip to the program that I will start after this example. Uh, so this is my index 0. At index 0, this is my bucket. At index 0, whatever is there at 2, we don't have to do anything. We will directly put it in our bucket. Bucket is nothing but it is your basically but bucket index is nothing but it is your basically index of the bucket, at means the index at which we will be putting the value. So we will simply be putting whatever is there at 2, so we will simply be putting the 2. Then 3 will come once. So our array index will increase by 1 and the value is 3. We'll put it in our bucket, and as soon as we put it in the bucket, we say okay, now 3 came here, so bucket will point my bucket index will increase by 1. So bucket index also starts with 0, 1, 2. So when we put 3, we increase our bucket index by 1, so it will become 2. Now it is 0 and it is not the last, so we will not put it in our bucket, but we will increase our indexes. Now my array index would be 3. Again at 3, 0 will come, we will not put it. So our bucket index is still 2. Now my array index will become 4. So when my array index will become 4, this is not 0, so I will put it in my bucket and say okay, put 4 here and increase my bucket index by 1. So my this will be 3. Now 7 will come. My this index will increase to 5. 7 will come. 7 is not 0. So we again put 7 here and we will create a new bucket at for index 4. Now 0, my this will increase to 6. So 0 will come. Since 0 will come, so we will not put it. Now my this array index will increase to 7. So when my array index will increase to 7, if this 0 would have been last, means it would have not been there, and this 0 being the last, then we will not have any problem. We could have put it, but as of now we will not put. Um, Now since my 8 is the last, so we'll put the 8 here, and my all the rest my zeros would be here. So if we understand, if we like, I think now the things would be much clear. We will debug as well while writing the code, so don't worry if it's still the things are not clear. um, first what we are doing, we are iterating the loop. How many times? One time. See, most of the solution which I give you with the best complexities. Usually, I try to give you by big O of n, or um, so mostly you don't see the solution which have multiple for loops in my way of solving the problems. Uh, then iterating the loop one time. Then we have one thing, bucket index. So since our loop will start with 0, so our bucket index would also start with 0. Third logic would be, if my array of I is not equal to 0, means is not equal to 0, then if this is not equal to 0, then what you do? you perform this logic of basically putting the values. So when we are putting the values, what we are doing, we are actually swiping the values at the same indexes. Means we are swapping the values with the index of this and the bucket index. So in the starting it would be same, but moving forward it will become different. So what we are saying, if my array is not equal to 0, just swap the values of index. When I say index, it is this index of array, and swap the values of index and bucket index. So swap the values of index with the bucket index and increase the bucket index. Increase the bucket index by 1, so that we will have the next bucket index. Whenever any non-zero will come, we will put it here. So let's convert this thing into code. Let me open my Visual Studio. I think this would be clear to you guys. I will make it bigger. Hmm. So first I will take int of bucket index is equal to 0, correct? Then, so this thing I have done, point 2. Point 1 is iterating the loop. So let's put a for loop of int I is equal to 0, I is less than array dot length and I plus plus. Then what we are doing, this iteration is also covered. Now we are basically taking the 3 if my array of I is not equal to 0. So what we are saying, when array of I is not equal to 0, what we should do, we should swap the values. So swapping is a very simple concept that I have explained in my previous videos as well, but just for this, since here also we need, so I will just tell you. Uh, so while swapping, suppose we have two buckets. In one bucket we have apple and in one bucket we have oranges. So if I say you have two bags, one is of apple and one is of oranges, and tell you put oranges in the apples bag and apple in the orange bag, what you will do, you will take all the apples out and put it somewhere on the slab or in some other bag. So let's call that as a temporary place where you will put it. Then you put your oranges here, correct? And this damn thing you will put it here. So this is basically simple swap logic. That's what we will do. We will say, okay, we have a slab here. So this temp is a slab. What we have to save where this is very important. So what we have to do is basically we have in the bucket index we have to put the value in a bucket index. We have to put our non-zero value, correct? So non-zero value means this, like when it is 4, when if you see here this 4, let me check if I can change the color. Sometimes it works, sometimes changing color don't work, I don't know. So this is 4. So if you observe properly, so when my index was 4, what we were doing, we were basically taking this index value, we were taking this index value and we were putting it here. Means this was my array of index that we were putting at array of bucket index, correct? This is how we were putting. So this is one bucket and this is another bucket. So when you have to put something in this bucket, what you will do, you will take this thing out, means this apples out, in a temp variable. So this is what I am doing. Array, uh, this will be my bucket index, and then uh, so this we have put it here in my temp. Now we have to, in this thing, means in the apple bag, we have to put our index. So in a apple bag, which is this bucket index, we have to put our, I would suggest, if you're confused with this thing, swapping thing, you just play around with swap. This is very simple. Just, I think, by this example, it could be simple. It would be much easier, I think. So, and finally, in my orange bag, we will put our apples bag. So we have basically, from one bag, we have taken the value and putting it in the other, and basically swapping the items of the two bags. So this is simple swap logic from here to here. And once my swap is done, what we are saying is, once this 4 is entered here, we are saying create a empty box for not zero element, create a empty bucket index. So basically we are saying increase the bucket index by 1. So let's run this code. So this is our test case 850, which is my, I think, the original one. Um, I guess it's better to take this example 23004, 2304708, 4708. Okay, 2300470, 2300470. Okay, let's run it. Hmm. If you are able to see, then on my right hand side I have 230047008, and this is my bucket index, which is 0 as of now. Let's debug this code. So my I will become 0. So when my I will become 0, so array of I means value at this index is 2. If you can see, right hand side, I cannot zoom it. This Visual Studio don't give us this opportunity to zoom it, I guess. Yes, I cannot see any feature. uh, so if my array of I is not equal to 0, then basically what we are doing, we are swapping it. So since the value at bucket index, means the bucket index is 0 and my I is 0, so basically we are doing nothing but basically swapping the two. Don't worry if you didn't got it. This will be more clear when we will reach to the next index. So basically what we did, we just swapped our 2 with the 2 only, and we increase our bucket index to 1. So if you see, it become red. Red means it is just changed in this loop. Let me change the pen again. Mhm. Yes, let me take black. So in this, just now what we did, we took the two. You want me to, uh, I think we should override on this instead of creating it on a new page. uh, Otherwise I could have done it on a blank page, but I think it's better. That's why I've changed the color of the pen. So what we did, we just put two where it was in the array, and we increase the bucket index to 1. So whatever you are seeing is in black is what we are currently debugging. So as of now my bag is empty at index bucket index 1. Now again I value is 1. Let me pin this value. This is pinned. So my I value is 1 and my bucket index is also 1, and value at I 1 is not equal to 0, which is 3. So again what we will do, we will just take the value of 3 and put it at the same place, and we will say increase my bucket index by 1. So as of now it is 1. Once my this 22 line will run, it will increase my bucket index to 2. So what we did just now, whatever was there at 3, we put it at the same position, and from here we pointed to a, we created a, we said okay my next bucket index would be 2. Now my, now we have to focus a bit here, because my I is 2. When my I is 2, uh, my value at index 2 is basically 0, and which is not the last number as well, because if it is a, if it is a last number, then this is what we want to do. But since it is not a last number, so we will not perform anything, it will simply come out. But my bucket index, see, here it is very important to understand, because my index has increased to 3 but my bucket index remains 2. So if you see, my index, my index has increased to 3 but my bucket index is still 2. This is this place. Now move again. So this is my I value is now 3. So I3 is also 0. Since I3 is 0, we will not do anything, and my bucket index will be same, and my I will become 4. So my I will become 4, it will increase, but my bucket index is still at 2. Now I think this swap will make you more sense. So I value is 4. So array at value 4 is 4. So what we will do, now you understand this thing, because this is first time swap is going to really happen. Before that we were swapping with the same number. But here, since the value at index 2, uh, at index 2, what we are doing, we are picking the value of index, whatever at index 2 was there. What was there at index 2? If you check, it is 0. So basically we took the 0. Okay, we took the 0. We took the 0 means we took the apples in this bag, new bag. Since we took the apples, my this is now ready to reuse. uh, at bucket index 2, I will put my uh, value of I, which is 4. Means at index 4 we have a 4 value, that is a coincidence, but what we are doing, we are putting this value at this bucket. So now we put our oranges here, and what line 21 will do, it will again put at the place I. My I is 4. So at, if you see here, just now it become red. If you see, I think now you can see better. So now it has become at number index 2, at index 4. If you see on the right hand side, it has become 4. That is just change. And once my 21 line will run, it will change my this index value of 4 to 0, because we are putting basically our apples back. If you are confused with apples, don't worry, it is means it is just I thought it will be easy for you guys to understand, but basically it took the value of swap. If you understand the swap, then I think this would be very clear for you guys. And since my 4 is entered here now, we will say okay, create one new index for 3. Create one new index for 3. So my index value will also increase. See, it became 3 on the right hand side. Now my I is 5. My I is 5. My this is 3. And see, this is still empty. That's why I'm just overriding with the black pen so that you can understand this is still empty. Um, so what we will do here, add bucket index 3. This is bucket index 3. Add bucket index 3, we will put the 7. So this is again the swap. This I will again navigate you guys so that you will understand. See, bucket index is 3. Array, whatever value is there at 3, we'll keep it in a temporary variable, that is 0. And whatever is there at I, means at 5, we will keep it at our bucket index. So once this line 20 will run, it will basically change your value. Just see on the right hand side, this index value at 3 will come in red. That means it is just changed. So 7 came here. Now at line 21, what we are doing, we are putting our 0 to the index I, because we are basically swapping it. So it will become 0. See, it has become 0 now. And my this bucket is full. So I will say, okay, increase my bucket index to 4. See, bucket index increased to 4. And this is what we were doing here. Bucket index is increased to 4 and we create a new bucket. Now my I is 6. At I6 it is 0. So when it is 0, we don't do anything. We will not increase our bucket index. Sorry, my I is now 7, the last number. It is not equal to 0, correct? So what we will do, we will simply swap it again. If you want, I can navigate you again with this concept. What is the value at index 4? It is 0. So if you understand, we are basically keeping track of the first 0th always, correct? So we are basically keeping track of the first 0th item in the array. This is what bucket index uh, is doing. So at we took the 0th in the temporary variable. Again, we at position 4 we put our 8, and then at I we put the 0. You can see that it is getting swapped. Now we increase the bucket index by 1, which is 5. It will become, bucket index will become 5. And if you see, our array is also, all the zeros are moved to the end. Now array is ended. It will come out. It will return you the result. If you see, I don't know if this can be zoomed, but no, there. This cannot be zoomed. I think CMD. But if you see, it is 23004708. It is 2347800. I would always suggest, I always say in my all the videos, always check the corner use cases. So corner use cases would be like, if we put the 0 at the end. Let me create a new test case. So let this be the same. Let me create a use case where I will put 0 at the end, and let me call it index 2 test case 2. This I will not debug, obviously. Oh, already 2 is there. Let's make it 6. So this will become 6. So what we are doing, we are basically putting 1 0 at the end. Let's put 1 0 at the start as well, so that both the cases will be tested in one shot. Result time. Okay. So it was 0 3 0 0 4 7 0 0 0. First and last was 0, and output is 3 4 7, and all 3 4 7, and all zeros are there. I would suggest you, when you guys practice, please debug as I did. You debug with this. I think this corner case that will help you to understand. You can debug with first one as well, and then with this as well. Now just try. Let me try this negative numbers. Negative number is also a test case. Uh, so yeah, negative numbers are also working fine. Let me, um, because I always suggest to check, because sometimes what happen, some of the corner cases are may fail. So it's better to check all your test cases whatsoever be. It may take 10 minutes more, but that's okay. 9 9, that is fine. See, this is having 1 0 and 1 9. Let's check. So it should be we have passed 0 9, and it should be 9 0. Perfect. See, this is a very simple case in which we don't even have a zero. So this is also a test case to test. Correct? It has not changed anything. It is as it is. I think the this would be much clear to you guys now. Thank you for giving your time, and if anything which you guys don't didn't understood, please let me know. This has become very dirty, but I think if you were concentrating since the start, then you might have understood. I tried to use multiple color pens. Um, this is somewhat the code which we have written. I the C sharp code and the Java code is exactly same. I have put it in these repos. It is exactly same. If there is something which comes up with the language specific, I will share in my coming videos. Basically, what I'm trying to cover is all these topics. As of now, I'm covering arrays. 4 to 5 topics I've already covered, and I am planning to cover around 20 to 25 problems of the arrays, and then I will move to the other topics. Then this is a bit about me. I love to connect with people, so you guys can connect me on any of the handler. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you again. Bye bye.